Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Kira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. I opened up my prayer book, and this is the message that I landed on to share today. These are the words that I received. Cylinders are meant to hold something. You were meant to hold all of this. You were created for this. No more doubting. Step into being. And that was, I feel like that was just a little bit before we went and shot our TV show. And the amount of doubt that was pulsing through my body, that was raging through my mind, was more intense than I've ever experienced. And now that we're on the other side of the TV show and I see the sacredness of that TV show and I feel what it's going to do in the world and I know what it will do, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense why I had so much doubt. And I was meant to hold that all. I watched it unfold. I felt it in my body. But the doubt that was the precursor to that was undeniable. And so I share this today because if you are swimming in the depths of doubt, please keep moving because it's always darkest before the dawn. Always. It's always darkest before the massive amount of light that's coming. But when we stay in the doubt, it calcifies in our bodies, and then that becomes the rhythm of who we are. And there are greater things for you. There are greater things for you. So today, let's pick up some doubt, shall we? We're going to pick our doubt up and we're going to place it into God. We're going to ask that God will alchemize it into the transformation of faith in action. So I want you to pick up your doubt and you're going to put it into God. We're going to ask that the light that was within the divine will actually be a magnet to all the places that doubt has calcified inside of your body. We're going to ask that it pulls it like a vacuum, the most high, intense, powered vacuum from within and around and above and below, stuck within the corners of your heart and your lungs and the back solar plexus and the nervous system and all the places that doubt has found its way and made a home within you. May we clear it out, that it has no space or place here. We're going to ask that God may transform it and that God may touch our cells, that our cells may match the frequency of faith in action. For faith isn't real without action. Faith is dead. It's just an idea. It's just dreams. It's just hopes. But faith in action is what transforms us. And so we ask that God may touch ourselves, that we may match the frequency of faith in action. And then in this vibration, we ask that God will place his hands on our head to give us a blessing. And I'm going to be quiet while you receive. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and whatever you received, I invite you to place it into your prayer book. We're going to open the palms of our hands, and we're going to ask God to give us a blessing. We're going to ask to receive the blessing of action today. God, what is the most important action that I take today? What is the most important action that I take with faith today? Then we're going to ask our angels and guides to help us do this, that we may be able to be in action with what God has given us to do. As you were praying, this like melody, this song came to me. Let me see if I can pull it back. I'm not singing for you, don't worry. But it's like this rhythmic, it was like, may we do what we were asked to do. May we seek what we have been asked to seek. May we find what has been placed before us to find. May we remember who we are. May we know and claim the miracles that we have within us. And may we rise with every breath that we take, that not one breath is left stagnant within us. May you know who you are. May you see yourself as God sees you. And thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you, my love, for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is always an honor to hold this space for thousands of us to gather daily in sacred devotion. If you feel called to deepen this practice and join me live, I invite you to be a part of the Sacred Wandering Circle, a private, intimate space where we share our daily blessings in a Facebook group and gather once a month for a live 1-hour session. We come together to bless the body, to pray, and to receive. There is so much power when we unite with others who hold the sacred sacred. If your heart is nudging you, you can find the link in the show notes. And remember, you don't need anyone to help you hear God. You are the conduit. God speaks directly to you. And your prayer corner, it lives within you always.